Well, late last year, the two of you hugged for the first time in years. Is that true?
Late last year, yes. He asked me if I'd like to come and see the launch of a Starship. So I said, okay. So I went over to Boca Chica, and the two of us, we had a great time. And we spent the weekend together. And interesting enough, after this very successful launch, they had a party afterwards, a sort of a Hawaiian party for about 250 workers. Everybody was having a good time, and Elon stopped the proceedings. He said to everyone, "This is my dad." Put his arm around me. He said, he's taller than me, Put his arm around me, and he said, "My dad taught me everything I know about engineering," which is rather a nice thing to say. I then immediately said, no, you taught yourself a lot of things. But that's what he did. And so, so we had a good meeting. It was nice. Very nice.
Well, Elon has been married twice, has 12 children.
Yes.
He lost one child through sudden infant death syndrome, unfortunately.
Yes.
One of his children is transgender.
Yes.
You had mentioned at one point that he didn't really spend a lot of time with his kids.
Yes, I did see that because of divorce, that's what happens, it's very difficult. And then with the type of work you're doing, I had the same problem when they were small. I was always away. I relied on my wife. I couldn't, always just be there, I didn't work a fixed schedule. So, he had the same problem. I think many men, Kimball as well, had that problem. I see now with the new little boy X, which I met last year, and Siobhan's children I met last year, he spends a lot of time with that one. He's trying to make sure that he spends time with this one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the baby he has with Grimes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, one of the two kids.
Yes.
I remember in Elon's book, I saw an interview with the biographer, and he talked about something called demon mode, where at certain times Elon just gets really hyper-focused and really angry and really short with people and so forth. And Grimes even pointed out to the biographer at one point, goes, look, Elon's in demon mode right now. Do you know what that is, and have you experienced that?
Yeah, I think it's roughly the same thing that he was referring to me, when you get into demon mode. If you see a situation where a calamity is coming your way, you either get into demon mode, even if you're sailing a ship or flying an airplane or running a business, or you're going to go down in flames. And if you don't do it and get people to, perform properly and wake up. So demon mode is sometimes needed in every business. I think Steve Jobs was famous for demon mode. And I can tell you a few others that I know in this country who actually went beyond demon mode and went to fist mode in business meetings.
Yeah, the same biographer that wrote Elon's book also wrote Steve Jobs' final biography, and he called Steve's situation the reality distortion field, where he would go to his engineers and say, okay, the new iMac, how long is it going to take? And they'll say 6 months. And he'll say, I need it in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And they'll say, that's completely impossible. But he's like, no, I need it in 2 weeks. And he'll drive them, and 2 weeks later, it'll actually be done.
Yeah.
But, so it would get accomplished, but the people end up getting no sleep, and, they'll go through hell in order to do it. Is that kind of a similar thing that Elon does?
Yes, it's a similar thing that every successful businessman does. Every successful businessman, commander, general, captain has that situation. It's called, live or die.